guys, gals, and non-binary pals? It is Shimmy here today, and I've decided, just in case you hadn't caught on from last Monday, I'm going to make every Monday a video, such as this one. I want to call them Mental Health Mondays because I think the name is cute, and like mental and Monday both starts with an M, and it's really cute to me, and it's just like a check-in point, like, hey, let's focus on your life, you, as a person who exists. Anyways, so today we are going to be talking about reactive abuse. Reactive abuse, the side effects of somebody who has been through reactive abuse, and what it looks like from an outside perspective. I thought this is a really good thing to talk about because, I mean, it's really, really common, and a lot of the times the people will go after the victim, and it's really not fair. Completely not fair. So I thought I'd share it with you guys, so that way you guys are aware of it. It's pretty important to me to talk about, so we're going to do that today. Basically, reactive abuse is an abuse tactic that an abuser will use on a victim to make the victim seem crazy and gaslight them into thinking that they are the problem, they've done something wrong. Please ignore me slightly, I'm getting myself a drink. I actually really hate Jack in the Box, but that's a different story. I used to work there once upon a time. Anyways, so reactive abuse is done in both private and public, although the public part is the part where the whole reactive piece comes in. So from the perspective of the abuser, unfortunately, their mental health is so shattered to the point that most times the abuser doesn't even realize what they're doing. They just want the victim to react to make the abuser feel better about themselves, because the abuser is bringing them down, and at first the victim will be like, I'm not crazy, you're the problem, because the entire point is to get them to react. So you are doing something that you know will cause them harm, such as spamming them, calling them again and again and again, sending them hateful messages, telling them to do something that will harm others purposely. Like, if someone's like, hey, can you not hit on my friends? And the partner's like, yeah, of course. But you know your friend Maddie? I'd love to make out with Maddie right in front of you. Oh. And then in this hypothetical right here, the abuser would go up and be like, yo, Maddie, I really want to make out with you. And they'd say that right in front of the victim in order to get a reaction out of the victim, to be like, yeah, you see my girlfriend? You think I'd make out with her? She's crazy. Look at her. Psycho. Because then, of course, naturally, the victim is going to react to this situation. This isn't just a relationship thing. Like, when I talk about abuse with, like, reactive abuse, toxic people, this isn't just for people who are dating. This happens in friendships all the time. This happens in family even. Unfortunately, it does happen. A family way to do it is like a mom, a dad, and a kid. All right? And the mom is like, hey, sweetie. No. Let's not start with the mom. Let's start with the kid. The kid's like, hey, Mom, I don't really like it when you compare me to my friends. Can you stop? And the mom's like, yeah, sure. Sorry about that. And then the kid talks to the dad, and the dad's like, hey, don't be so harsh on your mom. She's going through a hard time. And later the mom is like, why can't you be more like your friend, Georgia? Georgia is so great, and you're nothing compared to her. Of course, naturally, the kid is going to react in front of the mom, and then the mom's gonna look at the dad and be like, wow, my kid's crazy. Look at her. Deal with your daughter. Now, I can't. Goodbye. And they always shift the blame onto the victim. Another really good example is in private, they're going at you, they're calling you names, then they pull you aside into a group setting, and then they begin to go into a calmer state of mind. Now, once you've recognized the signs of reactive abuse, which unfortunately this takes being in reactive abuse to tell when reactive abuse is being used, at least that's what happened for my case. The only thing that you can really do once you recognize that it's attempted to be used on you is you can't react to it, because that's the goal. The goal is to get you to react so they can turn around and be like, you're really crazy. I'm right, you're wrong. LOL, I win. No. Reactive abuse, if you don't react, you remain calm, you kindly ask them questions about why they're doing it, you don't get defensive. You can never, ever, ever get defensive, because these people are very narcissistic most of the time. Typically, primarily, that's what they're thriving off of. It's going to boost their ego. It's going to make them look all big and bad in front of whoever they're trying to look big and bad in front of. I don't know why people do this, other than the fact it boosts their ego, because it makes them go like, I'm right, you're wrong. That's all I really know. It's just a tactic when you crave the attention of others, so you have to put someone else down in order to get that attention from others, which is honestly really, really, really sad that people do this. But it happens, unfortunately. And that's why it needs to be talked about, and that's why I'm bringing light on the situation. When you are in this situation and you realize, once you've gotten to the group and you've asked them, you've like, hey, please don't do this, and then you're in the group and you notice that they're doing it, I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to irritate you. And I know you might even cry. But please, 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 please remain calm. Even if you want to yell, even if you want to scream, this does not mean that you're crazy. It's a very, very useful gaslighting tactic, unfortunately, because it works so well. It makes a victim look crazy. But you cannot react in public. It's just, no. And at this point, you can't even text them about it, because they're most likely going to screenshot your text and be like, told you they were crazy. Who's right? It was me. No. Please stop. That doesn't make you cute. I like tucking my hair behind my ears, but then I don't like the way it looks. So I always tuck in these pieces. That way I sew the front pieces of my hair, and I actually think this looks really cute, and it's comfy because I get to tuck hair behind my ears, so fixing that. Anyways, but then, so let's put up another hypothetical of how a good way to react to the reactive abusiveness without making it easy for them to shift blame. So when they are using this tactic, and let's say they pull you into the group chat and they start doing all this stuff to irritate you, and they know that you're going to react, and they're like, wow, you shouldn't do this, you're so low, you're horrible, don't do this, and you've already asked them to stop doing it nicely. You just got to sit there and you got to take it, and it's going to be hard to take it, and you just have to reply as calmly as possible, and you have to face the situation. And then it's good to ask them questions. They most likely won't answer your questions because, like I said, they want the ego boost. They want you to seem crazy. So they're going to push your questions aside, not answer it. And then they're going to start going against themselves. They're going to freak out because you're not reacting the way that they want you to. They're going to be like, you are crazy. And you're going to be like, but why am I crazy? You called me it for this reason, so is this correct or incorrect? And they're not going to say if it's correct or incorrect, and they're going to accuse you of changing the topic because you've now confronted them on their behavior, and then you're not going to accept the fact that they have approached you in a toxic manner. They're not going to accept the fact that they know that they are using a tactic to make you look crazy in front of other people, because they don't want to admit it to themselves. They want the ego boost. They want you to look like the bad guy. They want you to look like the toxic person, and they want to put you down for whatever reason. And that's scary because it usually works. Even if you react calm, if they're just that good at manipulating already, one of the other people is unfortunately probably going to believe the abuser over the victim, and that's how it happens. But you do, by remaining calm in the situation, it'll go a lot smoother for you with the other people in this situation than it would have if you react like, no, don't talk to me like that. I already told you no. Like, it hurts and it's hard, and I get it. Like, I really do get it. Because there's been a situation where I reacted the way the abuser wanted me to, and there's been a situation where I reacted calmly, and both went horribly because both times they were good at manipulating people, they were good at being toxic, they were good at persuading people onto their side because what they said made sense, and even though what I said made sense, it didn't make enough. And the first time I had reacted to reactive abuse in the way the abuser wanted me to, I was just so mad. I was like, why would you do this? This is so messed up. And then everyone's like, you're a really terrible person. You're crazy. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? And then they go in the chat and they're like, she's crazy. Look at her. Oh my God, she's so upset over nothing. Because they don't realize it had already been talked about for hours. It had already been talked about for days. They're going to take these calls. They're going to turn them against you. Take these messages, turn it against you, twist your words. And it hurts. And it's messed up. And I don't know why people do it, but it's a thing. And then in the situation where I didn't react as much, people got mad at me for not reacting, which, like I said, that's the entire point of the abuser targeting you. They want you to react. They're trying to poke a sleeping bear, and you have to just lousily wake up and go like, hey, why are you trying to wake me up? I'm just trying to sleep. And they're going to be like, but I don't like it. And you're going to be like, I'm just trying to sleep, love. Please don't wake me up. Anyways, I hope these helped. I know it's really hard to deal with something in this sort of situation. So if you would ever want to reach out to me, my Instagram is always in the bio below. You can ask me for my Snapchat. I'll give it to you, but I'm like never on Snap because I don't really use it. Instagram is my main way to message me. Sometimes I don't answer DMs fast. I'm personally going through a lot in my personal life, but I like to help people, so I want to make videos to help people. It's the entire goal of this channel. And I'm just so grateful for everything that, like, you guys have gotten me. Like, I know so many people say that, and others will be like, oh, well, you're nowhere because you only have, like, 18K. But, like, 18K is a lot. That's 18,000. That's so much to me. Like, I just can't thank you guys enough. It's crazy. It's changed so much for me. But I just wanted you guys to know that I love each and every one of you guys. I try to reply as much as possible because I love engaging. I love engaging with all of you. Like, it literally makes me so happy. And even though there is a lot of hate that's involved in it, and there's a lot of like, why would you post thank yous for your subscribers? It's because I am truly grateful. Like, I don't understand why people are mad about that, but I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I want you to know that, because it's how I feel. So, I hope you guys have a great day or night, have a great week, and as always, happy birthday.